Fire crazy? 35 giant screens and 61 billboards are being prepared for Jungkook. Seoul is about to turn into Jungkook City. What happens when one of the world's biggest K-pop stars celebrates his birthday and an entire city becomes part of the celebration? As September 1 approaches, excitement surrounding BTS member Jungkook is reaching another level, with fan-organized birthday projects reportedly preparing to transform major parts of Seoul into a spectacular celebration dedicated to the global superstar. This is not simply a handful of birthday advertisements appearing in one location. According to the information shared in the report, a total of 35 outdoor advertising screens and 61 subway advertising boards are being prepared to display birthday greetings and celebration videos for Jungkook. And that number immediately raises the question: how big can a fan birthday project actually become? The answer appears to be much bigger than many people expected. Jungkook's birthday has become an annual global event for fans, but this year's projects demonstrate just how organized and ambitious the fandom has become. Major areas of Seoul are expected to participate, creating the impression that Jungkook's birthday celebration will not be confined to one building, one station, or one neighborhood. Instead, fans are preparing projects across multiple important areas of the capital, including Sinchon, Seoul Station, Myeongdong, Hongdae, Yeouido, and Gangnam. These are some of the busiest and most recognizable areas of Seoul, meaning that the birthday messages will potentially be seen not only by dedicated fans, but also by commuters, tourists, workers, shoppers, and ordinary residents going about their daily lives. In other words, the celebration is designed to become part of the city itself. One of the most significant projects reportedly comes from Jungkook China, a Chinese fan community that has organized a large-scale birthday campaign across 7 major locations in Seoul. The scale is particularly striking because these projects are not limited to conventional fan advertisements. In Myeongdong alone, the celebration is expected to include dozens of advertising spaces positioned along the main streets, together with large digital displays designed to attract attention in one of Seoul's busiest commercial districts. Imagine walking through Myeongdong as September 1 approaches and suddenly seeing Jungkook's face appearing across multiple screens and advertising spaces. For fans, it could feel like stepping into a completely different world. For casual visitors, it could be an unexpected introduction to the scale of BTS fandom and the influence Jungkook has achieved around the world. But perhaps the most fascinating part of this story is that Seoul is only one piece of the celebration. The birthday projects reportedly extend far beyond South Korea, showing that Jungkook's global fandom is not simply celebrating in one country. In New York, a separate project is reportedly scheduled to feature a Jungkook birthday video hundreds of times in a single day through the TSX live billboard in Times Square. The reported figure is 576 screenings in one day, a number that instantly captures attention because Times Square is one of the most recognizable advertising locations in the world. A birthday message appearing there is more than just a digital greeting. It places a fan celebration in the middle of one of the busiest and most iconic urban environments on the planet. And then there is Los Angeles. The reported projects also include advertising activity around SoFi Stadium, another location strongly associated with major global entertainment events. This international dimension makes Jungkook's birthday celebration especially interesting. Seoul may be the center of the Korean projects, but the celebration itself has clearly developed into a global phenomenon. From South Korea to the United States, fan communities are finding different ways to make September 1 memorable. So why does a birthday celebration generate this kind of enormous activity? For many fans, it is not simply about celebrating a date on the calendar. Birthday projects have become a form of fan culture, allowing supporters to express appreciation through public art, digital advertising, charity projects, transportation campaigns, cafe events, billboards, and large-scale displays. In Jungkook's case, the scale of these projects reflects the extraordinary size and international reach of his fanbase. What makes the Seoul campaign particularly eye-catching is the concentration of projects across the city. Seoul is already one of the most visually dynamic cities in Asia, filled with enormous digital screens, subway advertisements, commercial billboards, and constantly changing public displays. Adding dozens of Jungkook birthday advertisements to that environment could create an unmistakable atmosphere around September 1. This is why the phrase Jungkook City feels so fitting as a description of the fan-created celebration. It is not an official city transformation, of course, but for fans moving through Seoul during the birthday period, the experience could certainly feel that way. From subway stations to shopping districts, from downtown streets to digital screens, Jungkook's birthday message could appear again and again. There is also something fascinating about the way these projects demonstrate the evolution of fandom in the digital era. In the past, fans might have celebrated an idol's birthday privately, exchanging messages online or gathering in small communities. Today, major fan bases can coordinate advertising campaigns across countries, secure high-profile digital screens, create professional video productions, and bring their celebrations into some of the most recognizable public spaces in the world. Jungkook's birthday projects are a powerful example of that transformation. The celebration becomes both a fan event and a highly visible cultural phenomenon, and the timing makes the story even more exciting. With September 1 approaching, fans around the world are watching for more announcements, photographs, videos, and updates from Seoul, New York, Los Angeles, and other locations. Every new image of a billboard or digital screen can quickly spread across social media, allowing fans who cannot physically visit Seoul to participate virtually. One photograph taken on a Seoul street can be shared thousands of miles away within minutes, turning a local fan project into an international online event. That is one of the unique characteristics of modern K-pop fandom. Physical spaces and digital communities are constantly connected. A billboard in Seoul can become a trending topic in another country almost instantly. A screen in Times Square can become a viral photograph among fans in Asia, Europe, or South America. And a birthday project organized by a fan base in one country can inspire fans elsewhere to create their own celebrations. The reported 35 outdoor screens and 61 subway advertising boards therefore represent more than numbers. They symbolize the extraordinary level of coordination behind the celebration. Each screen, each advertisement, each video, and each location requires planning, funding, design, scheduling, and coordination. Behind the final images that fans see online are teams of people working to make the project happen. That effort is an important part of the story because fan-organized celebrations are often created by people who simply want to give something meaningful back to an artist whose music and career have become important to them. For Jungkook fans, September 1 is therefore not just another day. It is an opportunity to celebrate his achievements, his music, his performances, and the connection he has built with millions of people around the world. And when the birthday arrives, Seoul could provide one of the most dramatic visual backdrops imaginable. Picture the city waking up on September 1, commuters enter subway stations, tourists walk through Myeongdong, visitors explore Hongdae, people pass through Seoul Station, crowds move through Gangnam. And somewhere among all of that ordinary city activity, Jungkook's birthday videos and advertisements begin appearing on screens. One screen becomes another, one neighborhood becomes another. Suddenly the celebration is everywhere. That is the visual that has fans excited. It is not necessarily about one gigantic billboard. It is about the cumulative effect of dozens of locations coming together at the same time. The result could create an atmosphere that feels much larger than any individual project. The international projects add another layer to the story. If the reported 576 screenings in Times Square take place as planned, Jungkook's birthday message would repeatedly appear in one of New York City's most famous public advertising spaces. Meanwhile, projects around SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles would add another major American location to the celebration. Together, these projects show how Jungkook's birthday has become a worldwide fan event rather than a celebration limited to South Korea. There is also an economic and creative dimension worth noticing. Large-scale fan projects involve advertising companies, outdoor media operators, designers, video editors, photographers, event planners, transportation spaces, and other creative services. The result is a small but visible example of how entertainment fandom can generate activity across multiple industries. The celebration brings together fan communities and professional advertising infrastructure, creating a unique intersection between pop culture and the commercial world. This is one reason these projects are increasingly interesting beyond the fandom itself. They demonstrate how powerful a global entertainment community can become when it organizes around a shared event. Jungkook's birthday provides a clear example because his fanbase exists across continents and includes highly organized communities capable of coordinating projects on a remarkable scale. But perhaps the biggest question now is what fans will actually see when the projects go live. Will the birthday videos become the next viral images from Seoul? Will tourists stop to photograph the screens? Will Myeongdong become a major destination for fans wanting to document the celebration? Will images from Times Square spread across social media within minutes? Those questions are exactly what make the upcoming celebration so intriguing. In the age of social media, the event does not end when the billboard turns off. Every photograph, video, reaction, and fan post can extend the celebration online. A single moment in Seoul can become a global conversation, and that is precisely why the scale of Jungkook's birthday projects matters. It creates the possibility of a celebration that exists simultaneously in physical and digital spaces. For ARMY and Jungkook fans, September 1 could become a day filled with images, videos, messages, and emotional moments from multiple cities. Seoul could provide the main stage, while New York and Los Angeles add international chapters to the story. The result is a birthday celebration that reflects Jungkook's global reach and the creativity of the fans who support him. So is Seoul really about to become Jungkook City? Not officially, but for fans experiencing these projects across the capital, it may certainly feel that way. With 35 outdoor screens, 61 subway advertising boards, major projects across 7 key Seoul locations, additional campaigns in Myeongdong, and international displays reportedly planned in New York and Los Angeles, the celebration is shaping up to be anything but ordinary. And perhaps the most exciting part is that the story has not even reached its climax yet. September 1 has not arrived, which means there is still plenty of room for new projects, new surprises, new images, and new viral moments to emerge. One thing is already clear: Jungkook's birthday is once again becoming much bigger than a simple celebration. It is becoming a worldwide fan-created spectacle. As the countdown continues, fans will be watching Seoul closely, waiting for those screens to light up and for the city to deliver the moment everyone has been waiting for. And when Jungkook's face begins appearing across Seoul, one question may dominate social media: how far can Jungkook's birthday celebration actually go? The answer may be revealed when September 1 finally arrives. Until then, the countdown continues, and Seoul is preparing for a birthday celebration that could make the entire city feel like one enormous message to Jungkook. Happy birthday, Jungkook. Fire crazy? 35 giant screens and 61 Billboards are being prepared for Yeouido. Seoul is about to turn into Yeouido City. What happens when one of the world's biggest K-pop stars celebrates his birthday and an entire city becomes part of the celebration? As September 1 approaches, excitement surrounding BTS member Jungkook is reaching another level, with fan-organized birthday projects reportedly preparing to transform major parts of Seoul into a spectacular celebration dedicated to the global superstar. This is not simply a handful of birthday advertisements appearing in one location. According to the information shared in the report, a total of 35 outdoor advertising screens and 61 subway advertising boards are being prepared to display birthday greetings and celebration videos for Jungkook. And that number immediately raises the question: how big can a fan birthday project actually become? The answer appears to be much bigger than many people expected. Jungkook's birthday has become an annual global event for fans, but this year's projects demonstrate just how organized and ambitious the fandom has become. Major areas of Seoul are expected to participate, creating the impression that Jungkook's birthday celebration will not be confined to one building, one station, or one neighborhood. Instead, fans are preparing projects across multiple important areas of the capital, including Sinchon, Seoul Station, Myeongdong, Hongdae, Yeouido, and Gangnam. These are some of the busiest and most recognized